This is Deanna with Inspired Perspectives. Welcome to my channel. Hit the like button, share, come on in, join the conversation, and comment below. I'm gonna go based on some of the topics you guys express, and I want to find out what you're thinking. Keep it positive, you know, keep it positive because I do look in the comments and I want to see the things that you want to talk about, things that you have concerns about, the things that, life be life in, and we need to talk about it. We need to get it out. But this video is going to be about, you know, we blame the blame game and blaming our parents, and how to let that go. Our parents didn't come with instruction books on you, right? I didn't come with an instruction book. My mother didn't know what to do. She had to do with the best she could with what she had and the tools that was given to her. And with that, I think she did a pretty good job. I think that my parents, my dad did a good job with everything that they had within them. They had to do what was best. And I think they did really good. Now, were they perfect? No, they're not. They're not perfect. I remember my mother saying to me, "Deanna, I'm not perfect. I'm going to make mistakes, and I'm going to apologize for the mistakes that I've made, if in fact I do make those mistakes, and when I do, because I will. I'm human." And to me, that made my mother more human and more relatable, and I could feel like I can talk to her about things that's going on in my world at my level, right? And it caused me not to blame my mother because I saw, or my dad, because I saw them as humans. I saw them, I saw all the things it took for them to become the people that they were at the time that they were when I was a young person, a young girl and a teenager into a young adult. It gave me perspective on not understanding all the things that they came with, what they were equipped with at that time, and maybe what their parents didn't impart on them. Because a lot of people were on survival mode, especially in particular communities. They're on survival mode in a serious way. And so coming together and creating family and creating community can sometimes be difficult when you are trying to just keep food on the table, keep lights on, things of that nature. Now, I'm not talking about those I can't even say the word. Can I say the word? I can't believe I can't say the word. Those anomalies, that's it. Tongue tied. This is real. I'm a real person. So when you have those I can't say it again. Those anomalies. Yes. When you have those people who, they have serious situations that come across in their life, that's really something that's separate from the norm, and it's unfortunate. But in general, we're talking in general, to keep blaming our parents for the things that they did or didn't do in our lives, sometimes this is a time we have to reparent ourselves, and we have to stop blaming people who weren't equipped, who weren't given the tools, who weren't prepared. A lot of times, some people were thrusted into parenthood and didn't know what to do. Some people, they got into relationships and marriages and not understanding what marriage was, what relationship was. They knew hey, I wanted that person, I love that person, let's get together. But the roles and what it took, what a husband is, what a wife is, what a family is, if it wasn't modeled in front of you, you don't know what to do with it when it's now given to you. And that's unfortunate. And you have people who have children out of wedlock. They for sure don't know what to do. They don't know what to do, and they may not always have had the family support. So if they're busy working, a lot of children feel as if, or young adults who were once children feel, or older adults even feel like someone failed them. And maybe someone did. And I'm not making excuses for the lack of morality and things like that. But what I am doing is that sometimes, and well, all the time, is at some point you have to let it go. You have to let go so that you can get blessed. You have to let go so that you can thrive. You have to let go so you can find your peace around it. You got to let go so that you can get on the path to where you're supposed to be, because those things will hold you back from everything that you think you're supposed to have and everything you've worked so hard up to this point to get. And you can't see the door of opportunity when you are always looking back at what your mom, your dad, your grandma, and all these other people did or did not do for you, or maybe to you. It's at some point you got to let go, you have to forgive. That doesn't mean you forget, but you have to find a place where you will you're able to take that has happened in your life or did not happen for you in your life and say, you know what? This is my opportunity to take the reins of my life and steer it in the direction that I want to see my life and what I want to have for my own legacy, my children, my nieces, my nephews, those people who are looking at you, even strangers that you don't know, they're watching. How can I become the best human being in this earth? How can I forgive and let go to move forward, to thrive, to be, to have peace, to be able to build upon creativity, to have creativity, to continue in creativity, because some of these things can be stumbling blocks along the way towards everything that you never thought you could have. But here it is, it's facing you, it's right in front of you, just one more step towards that, or two more steps, or five more steps, or 10 more steps towards that. And you can't see your way because something is blocking you. And it's the thing of forgiveness. It's lacking forgiveness and blaming and keep blaming others. And what happens in that, you will carry that into your relationships with your friends, with family, in your intimate relationships with your husband or your wife, because those things haven't been resolved from your childhood. And it's so important for us to not continue the blame game. There's nothing wrong with recognizing and talking about something that may have taken place. It's a part of your story, but you can't let that be the story that you lead with. It can't be the thing that keeps repeating itself over and over again, because now it becomes a continuum. It's always showing up in your life through new people, new faces, new places, new things, new situations. It is the same thing over and over again being played out in your life. You tell the story, you let it go. You got to find a line when that story is no longer your storyline. It is in a chapter 1, chapter 2 of your life, and you're now at chapter 15. So why are we still harping on something that happened in chapter 1 or chapter 2 or chapter 3? We're at 15. We at almost, like, I won't say at the end of the book, but we about to close this book and get to a new book, a new you, a new everything. And we're still talking about chapter 1 and chapter 2 or chapter 3, right? We got to let it go. Let go of the blame game. Let go of what your parents did or did not do for you. It is time. You're gonna have to reparent yourself, or you're gonna have to give you're gonna have to give yourself what your parents didn't give, and you make sure you embody that. You take that tool that you didn't get, you take that and put it in your toolbox, so that reparenting yourself, so that you prepare when you bring a life into this world, you can give them what you didn't have. You can give them more of what you didn't have, not material possessions necessarily, but it's the heart things, it's the wisdom things, it's the connection, it's the engaging, it's the love, it's the nurturing, it's all of these things that maybe you didn't get. But now it's time to nurture yourself, love on your children, love on your nieces, your nephews, love on the children around you, that need someone to look up to. This is what we do with this, and this energy, this power that we have within us, and we're going to let it go by the wayside because we're continuing to rest in things of the past that we can't do anything about. When you have children, I hope that the Most High drops down an instruction book for you to be able to manage and train your children in the way that they should go. Good luck on that, because your children are definitely going to be a window to everything you need to be doing for yourself to correct, to definitely not a window, but a reflection. I should say a reflection of everything about you, because they're like mini yous in so many ways, and sometimes they're opposite you. And you're going to have to figure out who this little person is. And you can't continue blaming your parents when you're trying to face this little person and what am I going to do and how I'm going to do it. And you have to show patience. You got to give grace. You got to give grace with your children. You got to watch them and pay attention to them and nurture them and direct them and redirect them and engage and all these wonderful things that you have to do. It takes work. It takes work. And I hope that whatever you can do to make this life different from what the life you led, it becomes a wonderful thing. And that you're able to pass on all the love and just empower yourself with all the love to give to somebody um, without the instruction book that you didn't give. So let it go, heal, give grace. Let it go, heal, give grace. Let it go, heal, and give grace. And give grace, because you want the same grace given to you from the children that's going to look up at you and say, Mommy, Daddy, you didn't do XYZ for me, because you didn't get an instruction book on that child. And I would say that, to say this to that, when a child is saying you didn't do early enough in their life, and they're able to recognize, Mommy, you're not here for me. Mommy, you're not listening to me. Daddy, you're not listening to me. Take the time to listen, because somewhere in there, somebody didn't listen to you. Someone didn't hear you. Take the time to do that to your little people that look like you, that walk like you, that talk like you, right? That smile like you, that laugh like you. Pour into them. Give them what you didn't have. Heal so that you can do it. Heal that you so you can be present. Heal that so you can be engaging. Heal that so that you can be at peace. At peace with what your parents did or did not do. And that is the name of the game. And that is going to encompass the love. Love is an action. Love is a verb too. Depends on how you apply it. And that's what you got to take from this. Walk in wisdom. Walk in love. Walk in forgiveness. Walk with grace. Okay? This is Deanna, and this is Inspired Perspectives. Hit the like button. Share, share, share. I will see you on the next one.